I have never seen so much pollen in my life. I'm from the West Coast. We don't get
Y'all don't
pollen
get
like
pollen,
this.
and it's
Not like
early. It's
this.
early. It
Yes, this
normally
is
come April,
March.
it's March, and this
And we got pollen
pollen,
like this in South Carolina. What the hell is
man, it's
going
like,
on?
oh my goodness, man. It's like, can you imagine like yellow chalk dust? Just if someone is ride down the street with a dump truck with chalk dust, so
Yeah.
letting it. I'm like, goodness, man. And I don't have allergies, but man, my nose, my nasal was running.
Yeah.
And I was coughing. I was wondering why is that? And I said, "Oh man, it's pollen."
I never had allergies till I moved to the South.
Yeah, that's one thing about the South. You will get some allergies
Yeah, all the this pollen's crazy.
if you don't have them, man. Oh, goodness, this pollen, man. It's all inside your car. I like, dang. How is it getting? I know how it's getting in there, but if your car is parked
Mm-hmm.
for 3 days, 3 or 4 days, hell, it can be a week, and you never get in your car. Of course, the pollen's gonna be on outside. You get in your car and look at the dash, and it's pollen inside the car. I'm like, the car is shut. How? Oh my goodness, man!
All
It's
this pollen.
pollen. You know what it is, right?
What is it?
Sperm. It's tree sperm.
Oh, is
That's
it?
how trees bust a nut
This guy.
because they can't mate like that's how they pollinate other
Oh,
plants.
okay.
Yeah, that's pretty much
So you mean I
sperm.
got stuff all over me?
Yeah, you got jizz. You got tree jizz.
Oh,
That's tree
all over
jizz.
my car?
Yeah, there's trees
Dang.
out here busting.
Oh my
Can you
goodness.
imagine that? Imagine men be like that. We couldn't touch women. We just hit the jizz out and fling it off, and we just fling it.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I'm serious. What if we couldn't touch? That's the only women can get pregnant.
It's all about nature, right?
That's what I'm
This is a
saying.
natural nature thing that's
Yeah,
happening. So,
that's
you
what I'm
know,
saying.
yeah.
But what if that was a thing? We just had to
I would just go
jizz
with nature.
and just sling it.
You just got to let nature
I know
take its
one thing.
course.
There'll be
Whatever.
times I won't be outside because I don't know jizz on me. But then Puff though, Puff might
Yeah.
be out there with
Oh,
Puff be out there with no shirt on.
exactly. Oh, it would be a holiday for him.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness, man!
it's time to celebrate. Get the get the Ciroc.
It's a rock. Get the Ciroc. Oh
You
man!
be ready, you know. So
Take that.
for real.
Yeah, Playboy.
Oh my
Oh
goodness.
man. Ooh. So hey man. So I don't know if you can tell, man. Black Summit was on a mission. It was in Vegas.
Oh yeah, I was in Vegas for a little bit of time. Went to the Sphere. It was a good
Sphere.
time. One of the things that people never talk about going to the West Coast.
Mm-hmm.
The West Coast has so much freedom, man. I
It's so
mean,
liberal.
you're free. I mean, you could do whatever you want. You could stay up late. I
Mm.
mean, like it never ends. You can go, you can smoke, you can drink, you can do whatever. Like you can walk around. Like I felt so free being on the West Coast. And when you think about like legislation and what people are able to do, there's so much freedom. People always talk about freedom, I feel like, here, like in the South. But
Shit,
I have
South. Freedom
never
in the South.
been freer than being on the West Coast. That's why it's kind of laughable. But yeah, I had a great time in Vegas.
What'd you do?
I stayed at the Link,
Link?
the Link Hotel.
Is that on the strip?
Yeah,
Where
it's
is it?
actually right across from the Caesar's Palace. It's like you
Oh.
can walk there. We actually went there and we went to the Caesar's
Did y'all
Palace.
take the short rail train to ride up and down the strip? Did y'all do that?
Nah, we were just walking. We were just walking up and down. We were getting our steps in.
Getting them steps
I
in.
one place I went to Vegas a couple of years ago, and I went to like Old Vegas and stuff like that. Didn't get a chance to do that this time, but still had a really good time. I went to the Sphere and got to see this group, and that was my first time at the Sphere.
I haven't been to the
It was
Sphere yet.
actually amazing.
When I was in Vegas a couple of years ago in September,
Mhm.
which the fair was supposed to be opening up in September, but the time we went, it wouldn't have been open up until later after we left
Right.
Vegas. So, but it's expensive, man.
Oh
It
yeah,
is
Vegas is
expensive.
definitely
It
expensive.
is so expensive.
I went to
man.
go get a beer at the Sphere. It was like $23. I'm like, bro.
Yeah, we ate at this. Me and my sister ate at this one spot with this breakfast, and the pancake, the traditional pancakes are like bigger than the board.
Mm-hmm.
I think I don't know. I don't know how much the breakfast might have been, $30 or something like.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vegas is expensive, man. It's definitely not for the faint of heart.
Yeah.
When you want to enjoy yourself, I think you need at least, say if you're just gonna do a weekend, if you're gonna gamble a little bit, maybe
Yeah.
catch a few shows. I would say maybe 35 to 4 grand
Yeah.
ish, maybe
Just to have a good time.
just to have a good time.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
if
you
you're going with
definitely
some
need.
friends, and
Yeah.
then that now, mind you, that's not including your hotel
Your hotel.
and your travel. You
Mhm.
know, that's not including that, but that's
Yeah.
just your fun money.
You
know?
definitely need some money going there.
Yeah, I think one thing people, what I heard that they say a lot of people make the mistake of, because I saw these documentaries and they show the prostitution, but
Mhm.
actually in Vegas itself, the city, prostitution is illegal. But outside of Las Vegas, it's did you go to the brothels?
No, I didn't do any of that.
Damn, man, you didn't do that, man. You
I
gotta
was
get
so
that
busy.
experience,
I was
man.
so busy.
Busy
We were going
doing
all
what?
over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know that's
Seen all the different sites.
that's where they hold the AV. You know the AVN. You know what AVN is, right?
No, what's that?
That's the it's an acronym for. I know it's the adult. The award shows award for the.
Okay.
I think they call it AVN. But
Okay.
they hold
See,
that in
you're
Vegas.
Unk. You know about all this kind of stuff.
No, I see it on social media.
Oh,
I
got you.
I see it on it came a few times it came across the feed.
Don't lie
and I
to
saw
us. Are you
And I was trying
on
to see if,
OF? Like, do you
am I on
do you
OF?
pay for OF people?
No, I do not. I'm too cheap.
They sit around your demographic. You know,
I'm too cheap. I'm too cheap
y'all
to pay.
be paying.
I'm too cheap to pay when I can, like, if I really want to, I can just do a search and look up, sexual acts or whatever. I don't know. Can we say the P word?
Yeah, no, don't.
You don't see
Just
that?
say corn.
Corn,
Yeah. That's what you said.
corn on the cob.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can search those things. I mean, granted,
Yeah.
a lot of those sites are blocked here, so you may not have too much luck. But
Yeah.
But yeah, nah, I'm too cheap to pay to watch a woman please herself, or with another man on OF. You have an OF account? Cause they say you guys well, you're a millennial, right? So they say you millennials are like y'all very tech savvy, man. Like y'all even have the VR now watching OF and stuff like that. You walk around, they think you know what I'm saying? You have the VR glasses on, you see y'all watch OF.
Nah, I don't do any of that. I'm
You
not
don't?
gonna. Yeah, I'm not gonna be on OF and all of that. Like I said, it's for the old heads,
Would you ever make an account?
married people.
Would you make an account?
To like do stuff on there.
Yeah.
Nah, bro.
You wouldn't?
Bro,
I don't know. You don't sound too convincing. You sound like
I'm a
you
pastor's kid.
That
all
don't
right?
mean
My
I'm-
dad was a Bible
But
teacher.
you're not a pastor though.
I'm
you're
not
a
gonna be doing
pastor's
it. I'm not gonna
kid.
be doing nothing like that.
You won't do it.
Although it would be easy for me, right? I mean,
You
I know how to
you-
film
you-
stuff. I know how to light it correctly.
You might clean up. What would you do? Dang.
It would be cinematic, whatever it was.
Uh-oh.
So
See his half naked hairy body.
it would look like cinema.
It look like cinema.
Yeah.
You gotta get a lot of dudes. They say no, I'm serious. They say when men have OFs, it's a majority men who women ain't gonna.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You get some, but it's a majority men fantasizing like, oh man, I always wondered what Brooks would look like in some tidy whities. You probably get that.
That's all you, man.
But you never know, man. Oh, when that money rolling, you might be like,
Yeah.
that money rolling.
No,
you might be like,
I
yeah.
wouldn't do anything like that for money. That's
You
just me
wouldn't?
personally. I wouldn't do anything like that. Not for money.
Not for money.
If it comes to that, it would it had been like something bad must have happened.
What if they
it
told
came
you,
to
hey
that.
man, just do your feet?
Nah, I
do your
probably wouldn't
feet
even do
OF.
that. To me, that's weird. I wouldn't. I wouldn't
And they
even do
wanna
that.
they wanna send you money.
See, I'm not with the new age and all this stuff that they're doing. No judgment to people who are on these things.
Some
and
people into
doing
those
these
things. Some men, I should
I'm
say.
not. To me, that it takes a lot of effort to get into that.
I think
So
a lot of people got their vices, they got their kinks. Definitely
Yeah.
a lot of men have some of the weirdest.
yeah, they have their
They have
kinks.
the weirdest kinks, and
So
I know some women look at these guys like, dude, these dudes are crazy, man.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, for
you know,
sure.
they want their underwear after they wore it to mail it to them. I'm like, God, it's disgusting.
Your bath water. People do that shit for real.
Yeah.
That's. I mean, again, no judgment. No
Yeah,
judgment.
no judgment, but
No
I
judgment to the
just think
people.
it's weird, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's some weird
Didn't
stuff.
somebody had like they put their bath water in some soap and sold
That's
it?
it. But then,
Yeah, I
but
was
my
like,
thing is this: say if someone say, "Yeah, I'll pay, like $500. You send me some of your bath water."
mhm,
How you know that's her actual bath water?
right.
And I guess unless if they want to see a video of her in the tub and
As
then
long as she
scooping it
doesn't want to
out,
be
I
sued
guess
for fraud, she better make it her bath water. No, I'm
maybe I
just kidding. I don't
guess.
know.
Hey, but it's just a lot of money in there, man.
Yeah.
I wish women were pervs like that we could do some stuff and make money off of women. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Shit, nah, man. Women about that bread. Women
So
ain't
you're saying that
man.
you would do it if they was if
If
you
women
were,
was perv,
you were
I
gonna make
don't
that
know.
bag.
Like put like this: if
You would
women were
be
like, if women were like, "Hey, man, I'll pay you top dollar for some feet pics," something like that. You know what I mean? Why not?
what about like if they went further? They were like, "Yo, I want full frontal,
full frontal? I
top
don't know,
dollar.
man. They might try to post you.
I want to see you with another woman."
Oh
Would you
yeah.
do that?
Dang,
Or
dude.
I mean,
Huh?
no judgment
Yeah.
if it's like with the man. No,
Hey,
no,
hey, you
no
gotta do. Oh,
judgment.
no shade, but shade, but low shade.
No, 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 no.
I wonder. You think there's some dudes, some females be like, "Yo, man, I'll pay like 6-8 grand if I can see you with another dude."
Yeah,
Probably some dudes.
that's probably
You
They
think it's
probably
probably
do
some dudes,
some stuff like
or
that.
or it could be another man and want to
Yeah.
see them with another man and be like, "Yo, I paid 10 grand for
like
that
some
video."
Dwight Howard stuff. Or no, I mean that really happened though. You laugh, but you know,
Dude, that's man. To each
yeah.
his own. But
No,
me
yeah.
personally,
To each his own.
I couldn't do
This
it. I
is
couldn't
Pride
do it.
Month, so
Oh, it is,
we're
isn't
not.
it?
Yeah,
Be
we're
prideful.
we're straight with people.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. We cool with everybody, man. We
Dwight
have
Howard actually
gay
got
friends.
divorced.
Yeah, he
Actually,
got a
recently.
divorce.
What'd you think of that? They were only
He
together
filed.
for a year.
Yeah, he filed, right?
Yeah.
But did they say why he filed?
No,
They never said
usually
why.
usually it's a woman, right?
It's usually a woman. Yeah, but they
So
never
it
said
was kind
why he
of
filed.
weird that he actually filed,
That he filed. Yeah.
but I don't know.
But divorces. Well, since we there, did you hear about your boy?
Who's that?
Dak.
Yeah, I heard about Dak. So
The prenup.
you know what happened with him? So they were at a joint
Mm-hmm.
bachelorette and bachelor party,
Yeah.
and they had already had this wedding set up.
Mm-hmm.
It was going to be like a month away, and I believe it was like a destination wedding. Like they were going to
In
be in
Italy.
like Italy and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Mhm.
And his fiance at the time,
Yeah.
they have 2 kids.
Oh, they have kids together?
Yeah, they have 2
Oh,
kids,
shit, I didn't do
and
that.
they're
I did
both
not, I
under
didn't know
2.
that.
And allegedly, they're saying that they got into like this huge fight at a party,
Mm-hmm.
and what happened was they called it off. They called the wedding off. And so, yeah, after that huge fight at that party,
Yeah.
they're saying that they're not going to have the wedding anymore. So,
But what is reading in the tabloids is
Mhm.
that he called it off because of the prenup.
that's what they say. Now, I've heard different reports that have said that that's not true, that it
Okay.
wasn't because of the prenup,
Okay.
and that they just got into a big disagreement, and that's what happened. But we can go with the prenup thing, allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
But
What do you think about that?
But
About
do-
her breaking it off because of the prenup, allegedly.
he broke it off or she broke it off?
Well, she broke it off. It sounds
She
like.
broke it
Well,
off?
I think a woman would have to, right?
No. Normally men break it off.
Okay.
If they don't sign the prenup, depending on whoever got the bag.
Well, they
And-
had a joint statement, and
Mhm.
so like it was kind of like it was mutual. You know what I mean? So I don't know. What are your thoughts on it from that perspective?
Honestly, I'm thinking like, cause see, I didn't know they had kids together.
Mhm.
Because regardless, he gonna take care. He's
They
gonna
have-
take care of his kids. I
Yeah,
didn't know that.
both of the kids are under 2, by the way.
And they under 2, right?
So
she
2 under
gonna
2.
pay. So 9 times out of 10, you gonna be paying child support if you ain't already. I mean, I'm sure they living together now, so if they broke it off and they break up, you gonna be paying child support because they under. You said they under 2.
2 under 2.
2 under 2 plus what you playing for the whack ass Cowboys.
Yeah.
and you being on the road, you're not going to be around to be with those kids, you know.
Hmm.
Um,
And he had $260 million,
hmm
his contract that's coming up. So I don't know.
Yeah, man. I would think. Okay, this is if it is prenup, this is what I would do.
Okay.
Right. I would say, okay, trust me. I'm wholeheartedly for a prenup. I would have it set up like this. Okay, I would allot a certain amount. If we get divorced, she would get a certain amount of money, right? So like for example, like with Eddie Murphy, I believe I'm thinking, I don't know if I'm misquoting, but like when Nicole Murphy got like 20 million once they divorced, right? And so if I was in Dak's shoes, I would have it set up where, she probably get like 10 or 15, yeah, who knows, maybe even 20, whatever. 10 million if we divorce, especially if it's my fault, right? If it's my fault, let's say you get 20 million, we divorce. I messed up, you 20 million.
Hmm.
Your fault because the kids will be staying, which well more like the kids will be staying with him because of his career. You still can give her like maybe 5 million or so, right? Because the judge is going to say the kids they want them to keep the same lifestyle from, you know what I mean? And I don't know what she does for a living, right? But none of it's mutual. Say if it's mutual or something like that, we both decide to go our separate ways, and to nobody's no just irreconcilable differences. Bro, you give her like get it set up where she get like maybe 10, 15 million or something like that. Give her something like that, uh, she's taking, she's still taking care of the kids. The kids are gonna be taken care of regardless, right?
Hmm.
Maybe do something like that, man. But I'm all for prenups. I know you hate them.
No, I don't hate prenups, and I think this is a case of Dak also messing up in his personal life as well as
Hmm
messing up when he's on the football field. The man just can't get the job done. Let's call it what it is. And
Yeah.
that's coming from a Cowboys fan, by the way. I mean, like, he did have one of his better years last year, but
hmm
it's all for naught. Whenever he's good, he's never good like when we need him to be good. A lot of people were blaming this year on the defense, but it's like we've had Dak when we had good defenses, and he sucked back then. So I mean, like, I don't know. I think also this is like another point where he's kind of messing up, but I kind of get it. Like, hey, the prenup.
hmm
Like, you want to protect your money and all of that. You don't want to, let out half of your money to this
No,
woman. But also, it's like, dang, well, you guys already had two
you already got two
kids,
kids. Yeah.
so it's like, bro, what are you trying to
It's
do?
like you got to give her
Like,
something. At this point,
and
you got to give her something.
it's kind of weird to me when I think about a joint bachelorette and bachelor party. Have you heard of that
Never,
before?
never. That's stuff rich people do.
That's the weirdest thing I've ever heard.
This is rich people
That's
stuff.
bound to have a fight happen. First of all,
That's
especially if you're trying to go somewhere and like somebody hears that you're going to this place or that place,
yeah, that's
and it's like, well,
yeah.
we don't, so I mean, from the get, this
hmm
didn't sound good, and
Nah.
so I don't know who set that all up. They're claiming that I think she's claiming that it's not because of the prenup,
Mm.
and that they this was a long time coming, like they had already been fighting and all this other stuff. All right, cool, but obviously something happened
Yeah.
on that trip and messed everything up. So, but
Yeah.
I mean, really, this is the kind of stuff I feel like we shouldn't really be hearing about. I don't know who let it out, but because I honestly, like, people's personal lives should be their personal lives. I don't wish no ill will on anybody and
Yeah.
what they got going on in their
Well,
life. So
that's
yeah.
the thing, man. When you do these, when you work, really, NFL musicians,
Mhm.
actors, your job is public.
Yeah.
It's just that's what it is. That's how you make your livelihood.
Yeah.
If no fans or nobody show up, to the games or to watch the games or buy your we're streaming now or go to the movies or stream movies,
Hmm.
they wouldn't be making any money. So I think what 50 said, you're public property once you step in that arena.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. You shouldn't. Everything's getting aired out
Yeah.
like that publicly. But
Give me a case for why people should get a prenup.
Steven Jackson, also, you hear of Steven Jackson?
No, go ahead.
Him and his girlfriend was together for a couple of years,
Okay.
and he I put out the prenup, and she kept brushing off. So it's all right. They're still together. Mentioned the prenup, and she kept brushing off. They got up to the wedding, and he asked her the prenup. Then, why I got to sign for this? All right, he canceled it right there at the wedding. You know what I'm saying? He canceled it right then, Because, man, people, as an unfortunate man, it's people motive, It's just the motive. Because, let's be real. A lot of women are optimistic, right?
Okay.
Granted, they want security, and there's nothing wrong with that. Of course, you want to be taken care of.
You mean opportunistic?
Opportunistic. What did I say?
You said something else, but go ahead.
I
Continue.
said opportunistic. Edit that out.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
Opportunistic, right?
Okay.
Because they like from an opportunistic standpoint. And like I said, they want security and things like that. But then most men, they're going to provide, but then you want you want to know that she's there for you, and not because the lifestyle is just a bonus, And I think some men feel like that, and I'm pretty sure Steven felt like that,
Okay, but why should you get one?
To protect your assets.
Okay,
you have to protect. And and listen, it's not just men. If a woman come in here, if a woman marrying a dude, rather she can be worth, say if she's worth $12 million, and and even if he's making six figures or whatever. She should still have a prenup too.
Okay. Let me ask you this. So let's say that you're dating a woman who's like a billionaire.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh yeah, I want to marry you. We've been together for a couple of years, whatever. And she says, we're not getting married until you get a prenup. Like you're making what you make now.
Yeah.
And you're dating a billionaire. And she says, I'm not going to marry you until we get a prenup. You're going to sign the prenup?
Yeah, I still sign a prenup.
Okay.
I sign a prenup. Because
what if she said you're not getting anything with when she signs a prenup?
You know what? Hey, and that's fine.
How would you feel about that?
No, I wouldn't feel the way, because if I'm going to marry a woman, regardless if she got bread. Remember now, as men, not saying some men are opportunistic, but for the most part, most men aren't. Because we normally the ones who doing the providing, right? If I'm going to marry her, then I really love her, because men love women for real. We really love women, Most women love us long as we providing, Only women, children, and dogs get love unconditionally. Men, we don't get love unconditional, right? So obviously, if I'm marrying her, then I really love her, So then it's like if we part ways because I signed a prenup for whatever reason, and I don't get anything. I'm not tripping.
What if you get used to a certain lifestyle and like, let's say you're eating at like Hall's Chop House every night and you're like,
you know what?
You're driving your Benz and shit, like you're doing.
Then I'm like a woman, because I'm being entitled.
Right.
Because
I'm asking you from your
from my perspective. Yeah. No, because look about it. Think about it like this. Before I met her, I didn't have these things, right? Remember, you said I'm making what I make now, and she's elevating me to her life. Or like Beyonce said, she's upgrading me, right?
Right.
So I didn't have it before. So why would I cry if I got to go back? If I was already comfortable, even though I didn't have the high-end lifestyle. Because you were with her for like 2 or 3 years, and trust me,
you had like lived the life up, and like.
But dude, I don't.
You've had the friends, you bought the clothes, you got the.
And that's all good, because I know
all of that would be taken away.
A lot of that stuff is a facade.
You would be back on the street. You know what I mean?
I'm not.
I know what I'm saying.
I'm gonna go back to my regular lifestyle.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
Dude, even with all that money, you get a lot of fakeness too. These people, they around you because you got bread or because of her. Yeah. Then they probably, who's to say I married her? People talking about me, but they're gonna talk. Oh, he with her because look at him. He's a pauper. He's with she's with him. And of course they're gonna say that about me behind my back, right?
Yeah.
But if we split ways and she had the prenup, and and I don't get anything. But at least I know one thing: when I'm with her, I'll have some things. You know, she may, well, she didn't have to buy me a car, but I have a nice lifestyle with her. You know what I'm saying? While I'm there, but I didn't have it before, and it won't break me down
You'll go
without it.
from Halls to eating at McDonald's.
Nah, I don't eat McDonald's now. You mean eating?
What you gonna do about that?
It wouldn't bother me, man. I cook. I'll go right
You
back to
can no
buying
longer
groceries.
live your lifestyle. You know,
Nah, because it was a see. And one thing about me,
that's where the women I feel like are coming
I
from.
don't never base even with a job,
Mhm.
even if the job paying decent, paying well.
Yeah.
I'll never base my lifestyle on this job payment. Oh, I make this kind of money here. Let me do this or let me do that,
Mhm.
because everything can be gone in the drop. This is a job.
Yeah, it's
People
true.
get rid of you, and you can be there like 15, 18 years. I'm sorry, man. Budget cuts.
Yeah.
They can care less, and they're bringing somebody who they can pay less than you. Because it's
Mhm.
budget cuts. Because you've been here so long, you got tenure, so they got to pay all this money, and they paying somebody maybe a quarter what they paying you. You know what I mean? So yeah, I never look at it like that. But yeah, I think prenup both ways, man. Women or men. I know you hate them. How you feel about prenups? You hate them, don't you?
I mean, prenups I feel like are there for both parties. I think that if the prenup is fair, okay, cool. It's a fair prenup. But as far as making people sign that, like I mean, it all depends on where you're at. If you're going into it going, okay, this isn't really a relationship that I feel good about, then
If they
yeah,
bring up a prenup,
sign the prenup. Yeah.
so
But I feel like if it's a relationship that you guys are on the same page and you guys know where you're going and you know that you love this person for real and all of that, I think that you go in with how it is. I mean, like most of these men that talk about prenups too, I feel like a lot of them don't have a ton of money. You know what I mean? I'm just saying.
everyone I seen,
So,
everybody is like
but
business or very wealthy.
I see that Dak Prescott, obviously he's about to make $260 million, which he shouldn't even be making. Let's be
So
honest. It's a
isn't he worth?
sorry
What
ass
is he worth?
quarterback.
About 300 million?
No, he's
No,
worth. He's not even worth that. Please,
wherever
he's a
he worth, he
backup
worth
quarterback.
more than me. So if you
He's a
were
backup
worth,
quarterback.
if you had $100 million
Uh-huh.
and you love this lit, you love her,
Mhm.
she love you, you would not do a prenup
I would make sure that she would be taken care of. Like, you know,
without a prenup.
I would be making sure that she would be taken care of.
Without a prenup,
Yeah, I mean, it all
then
depends.
you subject to whatever state you. Especially, don't get married in California. You subject to that state law. You
Right,
subject
right.
to state law.
No,
You know
yeah.
what I'm
I mean,
saying?
I'm not trying to make a
So,
case. I'm not trying to make a case against prenups. I
mm.
think
And see, the thing is,
I understand why people
but
get
but
it.
but the thing is, man, you got to realize too.
Quickly, and then
And,
we got to
and,
move
and
on.
this is what you this is a part I think you not realizing too.
Okay.
Yeah, we in love. We love each other now.
Hmm.
People become complacent as time goes. Not saying you loving each other any less. So sometimes people get taken for granted, or women get bored. The relationship is stale to them. You be like, oh man, she was so lovey dovey then. But yeah, bro, that was like 12 years ago.
Yeah.
She's so used to you now. You probably kind of boring to her. Yeah, he wakes up, he eats oatmeal, and he eats eggs. He does the same thing. He goes to the gym. She see you do the same thing. Yeah, we might go on a trip. We go here, we go there sometimes. Who's to say? She might get caught up. But you loved me. And no prenup. You know what I'm saying? That's she got half of your bank. And you ain't 100 millionaire, you got to give up 50 of that.
That's what happens.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you.
I can't remember who said it, but I also think that a lot of men pick women who don't have nothing to lose, and I think that's such a good thing. I mean, I think that's a bad thing, but I think that's a great
Who don't have
statement.
nothing to lose.
Men pick women who have nothing to lose,
They
and so when you pick women who don't have nothing to lose, they'll tear
But
your life
but the
apart.
thing
But
is, man,
if you get with somebody who has something to lose, it's a different story.
yeah,
So,
you can say that, but
anyways,
lot of women, lot of women are chameleons too. They may start off this
yeah,
way and then they can turn, and that's the same thing with men. You just don't know Nobody will never know. People change emotionally, physically. You just don't know. And granted, they may slip up and cheat and be earnestly sad about that, and they will never do it again. Do you stay
Yeah.
with them? Can you trust them? Can you live with it? Can you go to counseling? Can you move on? So
Yeah.
you just don't know, man. But
All
yeah,
right.
so
Tell me about Rihanna. Rihanna had a thing happen at her house. Let me know what that's about.
did you hear about it? A
I heard
lady
a
named
little bit about
Ivana Ortiz. Is it? Do you think the craziest people live in Florida?
it.
That's what they're
I
saying.
mean, it's reinforced every day.
They,
Right?
and because they have a series called Florida Man on
Yeah.
on HBO, but now I guess Florida Man, Florida Woman. So the lady shot at her house, and she
Okay.
said she had like an AK-47 style assault rifle.
Okay.
And why Rihanna? I don't know. There's no motive, but saying I guess she put on social media like and something, and I'm loosely quoting, like Rihanna was talking behind her back or talking to her. I'm like, dude, Rihanna even know this person? And she had priors from starting from 21 to 23, like driving. Uh,
Was it like a DUI?
yeah, like something like that, something dealing
Okay.
with driving. She had a few priors, but she
Okay.
shut up her house. But then she's on a bail. Well, no, she's not on bail, but her bond is like 10 million. 10 million. So I don't know if you think she might be suffering from some type of mental.
She obviously has to have gone under a mental breakdown to go to. It sounds like the drive from Florida.
No,
Or
they
was she
said she
already
was
there?
already in Cali. She was
Okay.
already in Cali.
That sounds like a mental breakdown to me a little bit. To be, from there and then like just show up at a celebrity's house and with the AK and just,
Shoot at their
pew
house.
pewing at their house.
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
I don't know, what she's going through to have to do that, but it's just crazy that it's happening
That-
at Rihanna's
To
house.
see people obsessed with celebrities like that, I'm like,
Yeah.
God, have you ever been? Is any celebrity you been
Obsessed with
obsessed
a
with?
celebrity?
Oh yeah, I
No.
know you probably had a couple. You got that starry eyes,
I would never
that look in
be
your
I
eyes,
would
like
never be one of those people who would show up to somebody's house. Like to me that's weird. I actually saw a couple of celebrities at the airport and
in Vegas.
they're like micro celebrities.
You know when you was in
No,
Vegas.
I saw somebody at the Dallas airport cuz I had a
Mm,
layover over there.
mm.
And he was kind of famous. Like I know who he is. He's on
You don't
TikTok
you don't want
and
to
stuff.
say? Oh, he's a social
Yeah,
media
yeah,
person.
he's like a social
I
media
probably won't know
person.
who it
But I
is
didn't
anyway.
go up to him and be like,
Who is it?
"Oh!"
Sanaa?
I did do a double check.
Is
It's
it-
not going to be anybody you know.
mm.
I did do a double check. I was like, "Oh, that's
You
so
mean a
and
double
so,"
take?
and
Double
yeah.
take.
So I didn't really, go up to him or anything. But I know how people do that. That would never be me. I could never be one of those kind of people who are like, "Oh my God, can we take a
So
picture?
let me ask you
And
something.
let me do this
Is
and blah
is
blah blah blah."
Because I'm a bit old school. I know we
Okay.
got social media now. Back in my day, you were a celebrity either through sports,
Hmm.
or they see you on TV or music.
Hmm.
So social media, if you got like a lot of followers, you're considered a celebrity now, like in social
Oh
media.
yeah, I mean
That's really like
there's some people who have millions of
and they're
followers
like
and
celebrity,
they're like really big, yeah.
even though they've
So,
never been on TV,
mhm.
just strictly social media, and it's like
Well, I mean, like a lot of them are starting to go on
I mean,
TV,
some
and
are.
I think about these award shows. A lot of them are filled with these influencers
But my
nowadays.
thing is like, dude, like how often will you even not that you see regular celebrities a lot, but how often will you actually see these people on social media if you got to be living in their city? Because think about it, some of them will actually be outside on
Mhm.
it in public, and it's like nobody mobbing them. That's why I'm like, are they like celebrities like that now?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of them are. A lot of them are, especially if some of these younger people, like, and especially the women. I feel like a lot of them, like, they probably can't walk
So
around much at
why? Because of
all.
their body? Because of what?
No, I'm just saying, like, they probably can't walk around at all. Some of these bigger influencers, without people knowing who
Really?
they are. Yeah,
I mean, I'm sure people would know them, but I mean, would they
yeah.
mob them though? Would they mob them like?
Well, it all depends. I mean, like a mob can start off with somebody going, "Oh, you're so and so," and like, "Can I take a picture?"
You
And
know what I
then
think?
the other person recognizes, "Oh yeah, you are so and so." And a lot of times they don't even know the people's names. They'll
I
be
saw
like,
I
"Which?" Somebody talked about that. Go
Yeah, I
ahead.
saw a social experiment. Like, my partners a while ago, we was talking about doing it, going to a spot and just have people, oh man, they run out there, take picture of you and you so and so, and act like they're somebody famous.
Yeah,
You think maybe some of them might hire people to do that, or have people come up to do that?
I mean, maybe they probably do.
Would you do that
Nah, I
just to
wouldn't
get
do
your
anything.
clout out?
Nah, I wouldn't care about any of
Do you
that.
think you're famous?
I don't care about any of
You
that
think you're
stuff.
social media famous?
Who, me?
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
not famous at all.
No, I ain't talking about me. I'm talking about you.
We're trying to keep this going.
Are you social media famous?
No, you're more famous than me.
No,
You
I'm
got
not. But you
your
said people.
videos got like
You said
3.4 million.
You said people recognize you.
They
though.
did. Yeah, I
No
got
one ever
recognized.
recognized me, other than the people
You don't
that
go
I
out like that.
personally know. Yeah, I don't go
You
out
said
like
you're
that.
a hermit.
I don't. I'm not a hermit, but I don't go out like that. But nobody,
I'm just kidding.
other than the people that I personally know who knows about the podcast, but you actually go out people you don't know recognize you.
I only had one time when I did that.
What did they do?
Nothing.
Did they scream?
He was just like, "Hey, you have a podcast." I was like, "Oh yeah." I do
And
have a podcast."
you was arrogant. Yeah, that's me.
Nah,
Okay.
I mean, it might have come off like that because I was
it's
like,
going in your head.
I was
huh?
doing something else while I was out, but I was kind of like, "Oh yeah, I do have a podcast." You know,
Yeah.
I didn't really.
Yeah, you was
I wasn't
arrogant.
like, "Oh well, yeah."
Yeah,
But
you was like, yeah,
yeah.
don't bug me. I'm busy right now. Don't
I would
bug me.
be nice if I was actually famous. I'd be like, "Yeah, let's take a photo."
You want to be
Why not?
famous?
I don't
You
want to be
like,
famous.
You be like Puff. I done been
I
amongst
just
the
want
people.
money. I just want
You
money.
go wash your hands.
Just
You
give
done
me the
been
money.
You need to wash. You done been amongst the people. You be
Just
like
give,
Puff.
just
huh?
give me the money.
Yeah, I don't want the fame either.
Yeah, I feel that.
No fame.
All right. Donald Trump started a war since the last time we
Of
did
course.
a podcast. He has gone after Iran. We are now 12 days into this fight. And they're coming out with reports about how many U.S. Soldiers have been wounded.
Yeah.
And originally they said only 7 have been like killed or something like that, and now there's reports that it's much larger than that. I'm gonna play this video
Yeah.
and then we're gonna talk about it.
Go ahead.
Pentagon telling NBC News in a statement now that 140 American service members have been wounded since the war began now 10 or 11 days ago. According to the Pentagon, 8 of them severely injured. So 8 severely injured. We know that 7 Americans have already died, most recently one of them returning home for a dignified transfer ceremony that was attended by the Vice President J.D. Vance just yesterday.
All right, so it sounds like they've been like lying about the numbers a little bit, but now we're starting to see the numbers come out. And Trump has been walking around talking about how the war is going to end soon. I'm going to play this from Dylan Page on TikTok.
It's day 11, and Trump has just said that the war will be ending very soon. So, here's everything you need to know. Firstly, I'd take what Trump said with a little pinch of salt, because at the same time, Pete Hegseth is saying that we've only just begun, and Iran is vowing the opposite, an escalation, saying from now on, their missile attacks will only launch warheads weighing more than a ton. What Trump's war-ending soon comments did do, however, is aid in bringing the price of oil down from 120, which it's quickly spiked up to now sitting around 90. Trump did then threaten Iran with death, fire, and fury if they stop the flow of oil. So a nice balance of we have no clue what's happening tomorrow. Iran has made a pretty stunning announcement saying that...
it sounds like this war is raging on. My question to you is, what do you think about the war, and what does it say about Trump thinking about over the years
That
the
he's
different
a liar.
presidents and stuff like that? But yeah, go ahead.
He's on record. Actually, the first thing.
Say that one more time. You said he was a what?
He's a liar.
Okay.
He's a liar. But he's I think I heard something about some policy he signed not to let out how much casualties of this war, to try to stop that from coming out. Let us know in the comments. But I heard there was something about that he's trying to stop because he don't want them to know how many casualties because they're gonna, deflate the number of casualties, and people injured or whatnot. But he's on record back in 2012, 2011 saying that about Obama, saying Obama will probably start a war with Iran. And notice everything he said about Obama is everything he did.
Yeah.
every single thing. If you don't believe me, you can go back and you can look it up for yourself. I know you MAGAs and you Trump lovers out there, whatever race you are. I know y'all love Trump so much. He's your daddy. But he's on record saying that Obama would probably, for political gain, he would start a war with Iran, and Trump turn around and does the same thing. He's on record saying, wars will be in day one when he gets in office. There will be no wars. Because Obama, he doesn't know how to negotiate. He's not a negotiator. I'm a negotiator. And what does he do? He turns around and he starts a war for some resources. But who's behind all this, though? That's what I want to ask you. Who's behind this war?
Well, I mean, there are a lot of people who are saying a lot of things. Like they were saying that the war would have never started if Israel didn't strike first.
Mm-hmm.
And so after America saw that Israel was going to strike, they wanted to strike before Iran struck the U.S. And so that's what I've been hearing. I'm not trying to make a statement about like Israel or anybody else, but we do know that Israel for years has been talking about Iran and them possibly getting a nuclear weapon and what they would try to do with that nuclear weapon and stuff like that. We saw that Obama tried to stop Iran from
he made a deal.
Yeah, he made a deal with Iran to stop them from getting a nuclear weapon. And a lot of that was heavily criticized by a lot of Republicans because of how much money we gave them. They said, well, that's going to give them the opportunity to actually get a weapon. And so, but, you know, obviously Trump is the one who started this war. And if anybody disputes that this is a bad thing, you have already been lost. This war is a bad thing. We should have never started it. And they're obviously in over their heads because they keep coming out with conflicting statements. They don't really know what they're doing. This war is going to last a lot longer than what they are telling people. Okay, because the war, by the way, there was another war that started, and they told us it was only going to be 2 weeks, and that was the Russia war under Biden. But
which is still going on, actually.
Yeah, which is still going on, and you know, people look at all these different presidents and stuff like that. The most peaceful president over the past 25 years was Obama, and it's not even close. I mean, Trump at this point, his presidencies have started to look like more like Bush than it did anybody.
Yeah.
And he was supposed to be the one that drained the swamp.
You're talking about W. Bush.
Yeah. So, Bush, you know, Trump was supposed to be the one that was not going to be like the Bush of the but he's starting to look just like him. He's starting to look just as bad as Biden. You remember how much, I mean, I was one of the main people who said I didn't like any of the wars that were happening under Biden. But like, you know, the Republicans were definitely going hardcore about how bad it was that, you know, Biden had these wars going on. Where are y'all at now? A lot of y'all are getting behind Trump.
The hypocrites.
I mean, like,
the hypocrisy.
And it's crazy when you see people like agreeing with Tucker Carlson, but Tucker Carlson and some of these other people are the only voices of reason right now in the Republican Party because
even
all of these people are going for the war.
J.D. Vance was saying, do not vote for Kamala. She's going to send your kids over to Iran. And now he's on record saying the same thing. But he said, do not vote for Kamala. He's on record doing the exact same thing he said.
What do you think as a person who has served in the Army about troops possibly going on the ground?
You know what I felt bad for? What I heard him? There's a video of I think he was at a city hall, a Marine in a uniform, and they ended up breaking his arm. And he yelled out saying, we do not want to fight this war for Israel. A Marine is saying this is on social media. And he said, we don't want to fight Israel's war. Innocent people getting killed and fighting this war. And I think it's all about resources and oil. That's what it's about. They will say weapons of mass destruction, which there is none. And I get what you're saying, the analogy between him and W. Bush, what Saddam was saying. Well, we thought he had weapons of mass destruction. There wasn't any. And that war lasted for, 20 years?
Yeah.
And Obama ended that. and Trump on record didn't only promise I think that Trump kept was being a dictator, but he did it longer than on the first day, and doing mass deportations of immigrants by any means. Other than that, gas prices, food prices still went up. He didn't end any wars. He started another war.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he sat and lied to people's face. But then he always did that from the beginning.
6 months ago, think about this for a second, because this gets me mad. 6 months ago, this man was like bamming on the table, talking about how he should be getting the Nobel Peace Prize, and his ass is starting a war.
Exactly.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, yo, that's crazy.
He's like, yo, if y'all not going to honor me, I'm going to honor myself.
He wanted to talk about how much peace he's bringing.
Nah, he's
and
not bringing
talking about all these random wars that nobody had ever heard of before.
Yeah.
And now you're starting a war, bro.
And he wants to take over Greenland. One of
exactly.
our allies, he wants Greenland. So
and
it's
at this point, in time, he has nothing he can say to like Putin. Because look, for a long time they were like, well, Putin has gone in and he's invaded this country
dictator,
and blah 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 blah. But look at what America's doing right now.
The Venezuela, not Iran.
Exactly.
Sending airstrikes, killing innocent people.
You have no feet to stand on.
Nothing.
I think it's sad that we're getting into another war and that people are gonna have to deal with this again.
Yeah, and I think also everything he does further and further hurts him come midterms.
Yeah.
Right? Because they got protests now out in the streets about another war breaking out when he claimed he's not going to have any wars. But of course, politicians lie. They say things, and he cannot use the excuse of, well, I tried, but the Congress, when you got Congress and you have the House and the Senate and you bypass them, you don't even get their permission on anything. So he cannot use the excuse of Congress stopping him because he just does what he wants to do. So, but that's your president, man. That's your guy. He's making America great again. Let us know if y'all think he's making America great again.
I'll tell you what, he's making America worse again. I mean,
when was America ever so great, though? That's the thing. For people who look like me and you, when was America ever so great for us, right?
We've had better days.
Yeah, we have had better days. And thankfully, some of our people have slipped through the cracks and been able to obtain the American dream and some financial freedom. Not everybody, but some, and hats off to them who was able to do that. But for the whole, America was never great for everybody because they always feel they have to have a hierarchy. You have to have people up here, social class, and then the lower class. But they don't want everybody to eat. They don't want everybody to win.
Right.
But yeah, what do you think, man? But that soldier said that, that a lot of them feel that this war is because of Israel.
That was a sad video.
Very
the
sad.
first time I didn't really notice because I was watching it without sound. I was at work, and I didn't notice that his arm had gotten broken.
Yeah.
I had looked at the comments and they were like, "Dang, they broke his arm."
You can hear it.
I was like,
you hear
"Oh,
the crack."
shoot. Yeah, I mean, I had the sound down and stuff like that. So I was like, "Oh my gosh." And they really did break his arm. I mean, that's terrible that they did that. Just dragging him out. As far as what he was saying, I mean, listen, a lot of people are saying that. A lot of people have been saying that this is Israel's war, Israel's doing, and America's kind of following them. Israel is our ally. So, I mean, I don't know what that means.
Also, America is Israel's bitch, too. I mean, it is what it is, man.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not going to make a stance on Israel because I'm not as educated.
Scared?
I'm not as educated on it. I don't know enough to be like, okay, yes, this is 100%, like there's a lot of people who are just going down this rabbit hole of like, oh yeah, Israel bad.
I think they always one thing I will say.
Okay.
And I heard other politicians say this too. If you want to follow the money,
okay, they
will say weapons of mass destruction. They use these talking points: weapons of mass destruction. They were trafficking narcotics over our borders. They use these talking points, but when it comes down to the resources, why you think he want what is it, Greenland? The resources.
Yeah.
That's what it all boils down to. It's all about money, greed, and power. That's what it all boils down to, right? And then it's like I said, it's sad now. Troops, some people, kids just graduating high school and probably went in the military. Now they got to get deployed, and possibly, right? And then we have all these injuries, right, that they're covering up, right? All these American soldiers injuries covering up, right? And then only way they getting health care because of the military, like myself. But regular Americans can't even get affordable health care. But Israel has affordable health care for all their people.
Yeah.
But America don't even have it. So
one thing I'll say is that people need to look at history. I mean, the people who were in charge in Iran were put there by America, because we have multiple times have stepped into Iran and taken out their leaders. And, you can debate on whether it was warranted, but, Iran used to be free and they used to be a totally different country. And, the Shah took over, and then, you see this guy, he reigned for 30 years.
Which he almost looks white, by the way.
So, yeah.
You ever seen him? He almost look like a white person.
I didn't really.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I've seen him before, but I haven't really paid attention to him that close. But yeah, I mean, it's just history repeating itself. And, we're going to take out this guy, but there might be another big bad guy coming up next, because, his son just took over.
Every time they take out somebody, same like they didn't take him out, but they arrested the Venezuelan, they always put an ally who they want in place.
Yeah, but it never really works out for them.
Of course
right?
not. Because every country,
eventually they turn.
They want their independence. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens with this war coming up here. Hopefully it doesn't last as long, because it is going to hit our pot. We're definitely going to feel it. We've already felt the inflation. That was one of my biggest problems with Biden, was like, the inflation and all that. But Trump is, doing the same thing.
If he says it's not going to last long, it's going to last long.
Yeah.
Maybe if he said, well, we're looking to be in there about 2-3, then who knows? They can go longer than that, or it could be short. Yeah, if he says, because you can't. Really
so if Kamala was in there, do you think she would have started this war?
I don't think she started a war, but they all,
say it.
They all,
they're all what? AIPAC?
But yes, they all kissed the ring. They all kissed the ring. Trust me.
All right.
I don't think we had this war, but they all kissed the ring.
Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of people were saying that about Jasmine Crockett, who just lost in Texas to James Talarico. What did you think about that?
I heard something briefly about that. He's a Republican?
No, he's a Democrat.
Oh, okay.
But he's like in the middle.
He's in the middle?
Yeah.
I guess he probably feel he got to be in the middle of the aisle to get things done, because, Texas is a red. But he's in a Democratic district. Yeah. So, but at the same time, Trump them could make things difficult for him.
Yeah.
In some of because I'm sure they have a Republican governor, so they can definitely make things a little difficult for him. But she lost to him, huh?
Yeah, a lot of what happened was a lot of people were saying at the last minute that she was very much like AIPAC. I don't know. I think it was debunked.
See, I don't know.
And then there was some things, some rumblings about her, the way that she carries herself, how she's kind of like a fighter and feisty, and she's not like the polished politician.
But man, that's BS.
She's worrying about Trump than more so than she is about the Texans. What do you think?
I think that's BS, because Trump isn't a polished politician. This man gets on the mic and curse and say whatever, do whatever, say whatever, fall asleep, allegedly defecate himself, as they're saying, allegedly, right? But you worrying about that? I mean, honestly, man, we need to tell the truth of what it is. And I saw on social media this one guy, he's a white guy, and he said straight up what it was, because it was a debate between this black guy saying he's for Obama, and this other debating this other white guy, and they was talking about, he was saying how he liked Obama, and then he was saying about I think it was about was it the deaths? I think it was the airstrike, the deaths or whatever. and saying that Obama did this, did that, and the other white guy, who it was his post that he used the soundbite and the clip from them, I should say. Then he said, "Well, let's look it up," and he went to look up and show that Obama had this many airstrikes death, but it was in the course of 8 years, whereas Trump, in 6 months, he already had this much, right? So a lot of things ain't rooted in facts. And this white guy, she said, "Man, let's just call it what it is. You are for Trump because Trump is white and Obama's black, and he's black. He's a threat and he's the enemy within our own borders. It's the same thing. Jasmine Crockett is black, but you had no problem when Marjorie Taylor Greene was being feisty and saying things like that. Nobody had an issue. Call it what it is, man. Just say what it is. If you don't want a black person to lead you, then say that."
Yeah.
That's just what it is. That's just what it is.
But you got to realize that this was a primary in the Democratic Party.
Yep.
And they didn't vote.
And they didn't vote
for Jasmine Crockett. So are you saying the Democrats?
I'm saying everybody.
You're saying Democrats in Texas.
Democrats in Texas.
Low key.
Yep. I'm saying from Democrats, Republican, everybody. Okay. White is white, black is black.
Yeah, I mean, I think that Jasmine Crockett, honestly, she got into the race very late. It sounded like, and I don't really blame her, but I just want to know, like, for the Democratic Party, why this race was even put up. Like, why would you take a person who has so much momentum like Jasmine Crockett and put her up against somebody in Texas who is a progressive, which, you know, I kind of like. He's kind of leans progressive, but he's more so in the middle. And have her lose when, you know, people have been talking about her possibly being one of the, you know, people for 2028 that they decide to make run in 2028 on the Democratic side. So to me, that was a little bit weird.
It is.
So, and from that aspect, I don't know.
And
why
also
they did
on
that.
both parties, Republican or Democrat, you notice usually they don't put this person in leadership that they can't control. You know, we figuring this may be too much of a wild card. We can't control her or him. They're gonna say and do whatever they want to do. We need to control the narrative. If we can't control them, you know,
then it ain't good.
That's exactly.
Okay.
So yeah.
So quickly, the Oscars are this weekend. Do you think that
Sinners, of course,
Sinners is gonna win?
Yeah, Sinners is gonna win. Sinners been
You
cleaning
think it's
up
gonna win
in
Best
all these-
Picture?
and a lot of things. You know, they may get this other movie I never heard of.
What? It's either Sinners or One Battle After Another.
You think it's gonna be one or two?
It's either one of those.
No,
two.
it's another movie too. It's another one out there too.
It's gonna be Sinners or One
What
Battle.
what are the nominees for Best Picture?
Best Picture. Where is it? It's way down here. Begonia. F1. Hamnet. Marty Supreme. One Battle After Another. Sentimental Value. Sinners. Train Dreams.
They might try to like Hamlet. I guarantee you they're gonna try to be slick.
Spielberg is behind that one, so
Hamlet?
low key.
Yeah.
Hamnet.
That's Hamnet, because I heard they won a few things over Sinners already, so I wouldn't be surprised if they tried to.
I still think that it's either One Battle After Another or Sinners. Those were the two best movies of the year, and I think that those would be the ones in the end.
You think so?
That will take it.
Even in some of the other award shows I've seen before this, One Battle After Another, they were nominated, but they didn't win that many awards.
Yeah, they didn't win many awards. But the Golden Globes, I think that they won Best Picture there, so I think that ultimately they will win.
They didn't.
They didn't win the Actors Awards.
I thought it was the actors, not the Best
that's
Picture.
that's what I'm saying. So they didn't. The Actors Awards, the ensemble cast is kind of like Best Picture in that award show. So obviously the best cast was Sinners. So that's why the Actors Awards went to Sinners. But yeah, do you think Michael B. Jordan will beat Timothée Chalamet for Best Lead Actor? Because he did win the Actors Award
and Golden Globe.
He won the actor award.
Timothee Chalamet won, right?
No,
Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B.
won.
Jordan won. Actually, was kind of like an upset that he had won over Timothee.
Didn't Timothee Chalamet won the best lead actor previous in something? Or?
Yeah, probably the Golden Globes. But this is the Oscars. The
No,
Oscars is the most prestigious one.
I mean,
so
years ago. I think
he's never won.
He's never won.
He's never won.
You sure?
Yes. Who's gonna win though? Who you got? Michael B. Jordan?
Yes, yeah, I can tell you who I want.
Come on, give me an opinion. Go.
I can tell you who I want, but will they win?
Yeah.
I want Michael B. Jordan to win best because I mean that performance, man. Playing, you know what I'm saying? You're playing your twin.
Yeah.
Who you think? You think Timothee Chalamet will get it?
I mean, I think Timothee Chalamet I think that Timothee Chalamet's performance inside of Marty Supreme. Let me put it like this. I think that the Academy should have given Timothee Chalamet the win last year, and they gave it to Adrian Brody. And so I think this year,
Brody,
I think this year they're going to have to give it to Timothee Chalamet.
So you think he's going to win Best Actor?
I don't think that.
I didn't see his movie.
And this is going to be controversial, but I don't think that Michael B. Jordan should get the Oscar for
Best Actor.
Sinners. Because to me, one, I don't think it's his best performance.
Really?
No, this isn't. Do you think that this is Michael B. Jordan's best
What do you think his
performance
best
in all of his
performance
movies? I mean, to me, he was
Or
better
none?
inside of Wakanda than he was in this movie.
Really?
Yes, he was better than. Come on now. I mean, like he was way better in Wakanda than he was in this movie. He was
not to
better
me.
in the first movie that him and what's his
Fruitvale
name made.
Station?
He was better in Fruitvale Station than in this movie.
No, if you,
I think this movie's getting overhyped, and
I don't think he was
so-
better in Fruitvale Station, but I will say, okay, yeah, but
He was-
not
this ain't his
far as
best performance.
Wakanda.
This
not-
ain't his
not
best
Wakanda.
performance.
No.
It's just this is the movie that they're nominating, and so they're gonna try to give. If
This,
he does
this
win,
by far is his best performance. This is his best performance.
you think so?
Yeah. Fruitvale Station is definitely up there, but
Yeah.
this is by far.
Do you remember him in the Black Panther?
Yeah. That
Okay.
wasn't which one? The first one or the second one?
He wasn't in the second one, was he?
See,
Was he in the second?
yes, he was in the second one.
one? For like 2 seconds.
Yeah, he wouldn't. In the first one, he was in there, but
Well, you talk about the first one is where he was there.
no,
the
he was.
most.
I said he was there in the first one, but he wasn't
Look
throughout
at
the
this
whole
man.
duration of the whole film.
Yeah.
He was the antagonist.
The second one, he was in there longer than he was in the first one.
What I'm saying
Okay.
is, in the
All right.
second one, he was in there when she drunk the heart shaped earth, and then
Yeah. For like 2 seconds.
So he was in there.
So come on now.
But in the first one,
The first one
to
is
be
when
honest
he
with you-
gives his best performance.
To be honest with you, I think he did a great performance in both the first and the second, but definitely Sinners was his. Yeah, that was way better, dude. The depth of playing each brother different, even little nuances you probably didn't even catch, but they even walk differently, and certain things they had to do to.
Yes, but
to,
people do this all the time where they play two characters. That was the thing about everybody talking about, oh my God, he's playing two characters.
No. People play two characters, but it's so much similarities between the two characters. Well, these two characters, you saw differences. It, almost like they were two different people.
I mean,
It's like they
if
were two
we're going to
different
give it
people.
to somebody based off of them playing multiple characters, why don't you
Who,
just
Eddie
give
Murphy?
Eddie Murphy, who am I talking
Who's
to
it, James Brown?
Carrey. Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey?
Jim Carrey. His name is James. Jim Carrey.
What
Like
he-
you
he
could give it
played,
to anybody.
in the same-
so
he
many people have played two
multiple
characters.
characters in this.
Why don't you give it to Lindsay Lohan?
Which
Why don't
film?
you give it to
Which film did he play? Jim
Jim
Carrey
Carrey?
played
Multiple movies. Jim Carrey.
I don't remember a movie where he played.
What's the
two
Scrooge?
characters.
What's the Scrooge thing or whatever it is? I can't remember. Anyways, there are multiple people who have played two characters. Even this
Yeah,
year,
but some not this well.
what's that guy's name?
this well.
Robert Pattinson, who plays Batman, he played 2 characters in a movie this year too. Are we going to give him an Oscar because he played 2 characters?
But is he
It's just
nominated?
Like, come on now.
Is he nominated?
No, he's not.
Okay, then.
But
Case closed.
It's different.
All right.
I don't even think Michael B.
Nah,
Jordan
man.
had the best performance inside of his movie.
Well, you didn't really care
So-
for Sinners anyway.
No,
so.
I loved Sinners. Don't
No,
say
you
that.
do not.
I loved
No,
Sinners.
you don't. You said it was
I love Sinners.
Dusk Till Dawn. No, you don't.
I did
You was
s-
like,
I
I don't.
said-
You was
I
like, I don't
said-
like all that black shit.
I said what takes from it is that it's a similar movie from Dusk Till Dawn. But I also said, because you don't listen to me, what I said is nobody's going to be able to take that cinematic experience of them circling around with the Steadicam
No,
inside
I
of
said that.
No, you
You
did
didn't say
not,
that.
bro.
I said that.
Are you being
didn't say
serious?
that. I'm being dead ass serious.
You did not say that.
I
brother.
said when we talk about what's our
Bro,
favorite part
by the way,
of the
you know
film,
we're-
and I said that
First-
was,
fir-
and I
first of all,
mentioned that.
You know
I
we
mentioned
record
that.
these, right?
I
can
mentioned
go
it.
right
Go
now
back and
and
play
show
it. When you said,
Son.
"What is your favorite part of the film?" and
Bruh.
I said that, and I
Yes,
I
but you
talked
didn't
about
say that it was a cinematic experience
Oh my
and nobody
God.
can take that away. That's what I said. Nobody can take that away from them. So that's what I said. So I said no matter what.
You
rather,
said the movie
no
was
matter-
Dusk Till Dawn. You
now
saw it before, and you don't
from-
think what's the hype?
from
Because
what
you were
sinners,
singing praises of
they
one
can
battle
never-
after another.
Yes, one battle after another is a better
So is
movie.
there a similar movie to that? It seemed
what?
like one battle. After another. It seemed like I've seen similar films to that.
Okay, name me some. I named you some. Name me some. You can't
What
just
is
make that
something
statement and
similar?
not
No.
have anything to back
I
it up.
feel like I've
Where's it at?
seen something similar.
Okay, I've never seen anything like that.
You never
before.
seen anything similar?
No.
Where they were like revolutionaries?
No, I haven't seen anything.
You ever seen anything that were they revolutionaries?
I've seen movies that have revolutionaries in them.
That's what I mean. I'm talking about the revolutionary element, like
I
Judas
mean-
and the Black Messiah. You have
Okay.
let me see. There's more. There's
I
more,
mean,
there's more.
listen.
I'm trying to think.
You could say, well, you know, Sinners is a vampire movie. Let me name off 10 vampire movies. It's like, what are you talking? Where are we going with this?
I'm trying to think.
But
What
anyways,
else?
I think Sinners is a great film, and I think that is going to go down in history. I
Well,
think it's going to be the most memorable movie.
The thing is too, which is
It's going to be the most memorable movie
Sinners,
out of all of these
yes,
movies that came out this
yes.
year. This is going to be a touchstone
Sinners
moment.
is a vampire movie ultimately, right?
Okay.
It's a vampire movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Initially looking at it, when the trailer, you didn't realize until I guess maybe bits and pieces, paying attention to the trailer.
Yeah,
And you
yeah.
realize that, right? But then it goes. Not saying some vampires movie don't go as deep either, like not Queen of the Damned, but Interview with a Vampire, how they go about Lestat and stuff like that, right? So it goes back to the Celtic, the Irish, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think the thing is, like I said, how they show the genre of music and through that, right? Also, too, the other thing, how the one of the things too people miss in that space. Not a lot of black people do that sci-fi type thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's either a straight drama or it's a comedy. You know
It's
what I mean?
definitely
So
a touchstone moment.
That's and that and to see it being done in that way, not your typical.
In 20
vampire
years,
movie,
we're
so I'm
going to
telling you.
sit back and we're going to go, yes, you remember when Sinners came out.
Yeah, you're gonna be like,
And we're
yeah,
not,
I take it
we're
back. I
not
take
really
back what I
going to
said.
remember, some of these other movies that came out, like Hamnet. Nobody's going to,
I've never
in
even
20
seen
years,
it.
we're not going to be talking about Hamnet. I can promise you that. Okay.
You'll be talking about one battle after another in 20 years?
I don't, not as much as Sinners.
Of course not.
So to me, like Sinners is, up there when it comes to media and how we, and what
Because
we're going to talk about it.
it
But
hasn't been done that way. A vampire film has not been done like that.
yeah, but
Never. And it has history in it back in
yes,
the
the
Mississippi
history,
Delta.
all of that stuff. So I think it's going to become like a classic in that realm. Look, it's already broken ground. I mean, like we're talking about 16 nominations. When has that ever been heard of? Never. So, I mean, ultimately, but do I think that that's
I know you
Michael
don't
B.
like it.
Jordan's best performance? No.
You think-
do I think that it's
you
a
think-
better movie than One Battle After Another? No. Do I? What else do you
And
want to
you
ask me
said
about?
you don't even like superhero movies. So how
Yeah.
you think that Black Panther was a better performance? You said you don't even really watch
I said
them.
we're talking about his performance. I'm not talking
you
about
watched the
Black
movie?
Panther. Black
But
Panther
you watched
to
the
me.
movie?
What?
You watched Black Panther? You
Yes,
said you don't.
I went to the
you said
theater
you
and
don't-
saw it twice.
But you
I
you
even
saw it twice.
I
You
saw
said you
number
don't-
2 in the theaters
You
as
said
well.
you don't even like superhero
I
films.
don't.
Anyway.
I don't watch superhero movies. But
But
guess what?
that's
Guess
surprising for
guess
you
where
to
I
say
was.
that.
I went to that one, and I don't even
But
go to superhero
that's
movies.
surprisingly that you said
So-
that that's his
And I
best
went to number
performance.
2 inside it, and I
That's
saw it in the
surprising
theater.
You said that's his best
So
performance.
to me, that's a better performance than
Do you
this
think that's
one.
the best performance?
This one was good, but I mean, it's like, yeah.
Nah, I think
Everybody keeps bringing up he did it twice. He's
no,
playing two people.
because
It's like we've seen that in so many movies.
For me, because I watch some superhero movies, things like that, and to see them fight and this one lose and this one.
yeah.
Now, I will say one thing with Black Panther do that you normally, other than Deadpool, where
I'm
they
not
actually
saying Black Panther is a better movie.
no,
than
no.
Sinners.
Listen what I'm saying.
Sinners is up here.
Let me finish.
All those superhero
One
movies are
thing
down
I
here.
will say is
So-
most of your superhero movies, they don't
Okay.
actually kill the adversary.
Yeah, I know. That's one of the
And
reasons why I
Black
don't
Panther,
like it.
they killed him. They actually killed him, and then of course in Deadpool. Other than that, they normally just arrest them or send them off to some authorities or something. Even in
know what you
Avengers, they don't kill nobody.
Yeah.
But they actually killed the person.
You need to go rewatch that movie. His
What?
performance inside of Black Panther
No,
was
he
amazing.
had a great performance, man.
That
but
was
I
something
think,
that
like,
I had never seen him do
no,
before.
he had honestly, I'll tell
But
you.
this one,
To me,
was
he
kinda
had
like,
a
okay.
better, even though Creed, the first one.
okay.
Now minus the fight scene.
By the way, you're making my point by saying this. But go ahead.
Listen.
Continue.
I'm not talking about the fight scenes. In
Okay.
Creed,
Okay.
to me, he had a better performance in
Boom.
Creed than in Black Panther
Oh, okay.
when he found out his daughter was going to be deaf,
Mm-hmm.
and he was able to shed that. You see the emotion. To me, that was a better heartfelt moment right there. No, not knocking his performance in Black Panther, but
Yeah.
to me, because see, to me about Black Panther, it's not a typical, but you've seen the bad guy and the good guy fight all the time.
Yes,
You
I'm
see
not
that all the
I'm
time.
not
You see
disputing
that all
that.
the
I
time.
don't like superhero movies.
Like I said, the only difference is he
I'm not-
actually killed them.
Sinners
so-
is up here. Black Panther and some of these other films that people like to talk about are
No,
way down here.
in your opinion. No, I think Black
Sinners
Panther's
is
up
one of the
there.
best movies that have
Black
been
Panther's
made in the
up there.
past like 10 years. So, and again, in the next 20 years, we're going to look back and go, that was a great movie. By the way, I don't think Timothee Chalamet's performance was better than what he did last year,
see him?
or better than what he was in The King, better than what he was in some of these other films. You're trying to make it like it's, you don't like black films. It's like, bro,
'Cause you
please.
don't.
Yes, I
'Cause you
do.
don't.
Yes,
You
I
don't.
do. I like good black films.
Yeah, when you
I like good black films.
12 Years a Slave.
I like good black
Like,
films.
only when he's serving master.
Nope.
That's the
I
only ones you like.
watch critically acclaimed black movies.
Did you see Hamlet?
I did.
What is it good? What I didn't
Hamlet's
see it.
an okay.
Oh, it's Hamnet.
Hamnet.
What is that about?
It's a okay movie. It's Shakespeare. It's an okay movie. It's an okay story, but I get why people nominated it and stuff. But also
gonna
you
definitely
gotta
get an award.
Hamnet has people like Spielberg behind it, so
Of
that's
course.
really why it's getting all this praise and all that. Now Jessie Buckley, who gave a great performance in the movie, I think she did pretty well. But yeah, I mean, like Hamnet to me is kind of like a whatever type of a movie.
What is he? He's playing William Shakespeare, a young William Shakespeare. Or
Yeah.
something? Oh,
So not to spoil it, but yeah.
okay.
Anyways,
Yeah.
all right, we're gonna have
So,
to
yeah, man,
leave it
that's
there.
it, man. Let's get the hell up out of here.
We out.
All
Peace.
right, man.